She won't do it now that you have the camera on her.
Scout, what are you doing? Are you relaxing this morning? Oh, do you love homie? Do you love your homie? Oh, good girl. You look very comfortable. You look very comfortable.
So for all the viewers out there who are gardeners, I need some help. I'm in the process right now of trying to locate what company I want to use to get seeds. There's an awful lot to choose from. You know, I'm looking for organic heirloom seeds, which is why I'm not going to procure seeds from vegetables I buy in the store. Even if you buy organic ones, it's not a guarantee that it's going to be 100% organic. A lot of times you can get heirloom seeds as long as you know that they come from a good source. And that's the whole thing. Right now I'm looking at, 40 different ones to choose from, and all of them have good and bad reviews, and I don't necessarily always trust reviews. I trust more firsthand of what people actually tell me. So if there's any of you out there who have a good source of seeds, please put it down in the comments for me. I'd really appreciate it. Or send me an email. The email link is in the description of every one of our videos. I would really appreciate it. Also, if there is anybody out there who has extra seeds that you have acquired from your own gardens and you would like to send me some, by all means, please do. Any seeds you send me, literally, even if it's not for this region, I will try to grow it here. Also, if these days there's many inexpensive ways of sending cuttings and things like that. If you want to take some cuttings from something that you have that you think you'd like to see me try to grow here on the property, I will absolutely do it. Yeah, if you want to send anything, small, seeds, small plants, cuttings from some type of a tree, maybe something special that you have that's in your yard or in your region that you'd like to see if it'll grow here. I would love to do that. But the biggest thing right now is I need a good source of seeds. I'm having a hard time choosing, so I would really appreciate some good solid recommendations. Thank you. I appreciate it. In all the research I've been doing on this area and the climate we have here and the type of soil and different things, I've come to learn something that I actually never knew. I never knew this when I lived in Flagstaff, but the juniper are an invasive species, which explains to me why all over my property are these very, very old dead pinyon pines. I mean, we have dead pinyon pines all over this place. This one here, I mean, this has been rotting on the ground for probably, I have no idea how long, but I mean, wood, it takes hundreds of years for wood to break down like this. It doesn't break down quickly here. And, look at this tree was obviously snuffed out by these two junipers. And it's this way all over the property. Here is, over here is another one from, long ago. I mean, we still have a number of pinions growing, but not very many. Here's another one that was snuffed out by the junipers. And it probably died who knows how long ago. Its roots, the roots get snuffed out. And then there's nothing left to hold the tree up, and then it falls over. This one's probably been down for a long time. I mean, the bark has fallen off of it long ago. Something great has come to light. The pack rats do not make nests in the pinyon pines. They do not like the pine trees at all. They only make their nests in the juniper. So my stage 1 plan of attack is I'm going to cut down every single juniper that has a pack rat nest, and I'm going to burn the nest to the ground. If there are any new pack rats that try to come about, I will try to get rid of them before they make nests around the remaining juniper trees. So far, believe it or not, I only have to cut down about 10 juniper trees and burn them down. That's not that much. In the next 20 years, I am going to make it a goal to plant at least 200 pinyon pines on the property. Some of these things, you just don't notice until you take a long time to read the land, read what the different plants are doing. And it's taken me a while, you know, but I want to show everybody this, believe it or not, this old dead juniper tree. This is my favorite tree on the whole property. This dead juniper tree is probably hundreds of years old. For the first thing, it has lost all of its bark, and it takes a long, long time for juniper to lose its bark. There is lichen growing where there is no bark, which means that it's been this way for a long, I mean, for lichen to grow like that, we're talking, this is probably a couple hundred years this tree's been sitting like this. And all of these big branches, they're all hollow. They're all hollow. It's amazing. It probably stands, you know, 15 feet in the air. Look at that. It's just, I mean, it may be old and dead, but look at the beauty in it. And look at how long this thing has stood here. See, there's another old pinyon tree. How long has that been sitting there? I mean, look at that. The bark's gone. There's lichen on it. I mean, that pinyon was probably pushed out a couple hundred years ago by this juniper. And look, now the juniper itself is not doing so well. You cheat and push people out of the way, it doesn't do good things for your own health. Even for trees. Part of what I'm going to do to build the soil is, like right here, this used to be a gigantic pinyon pine tree that we unfortunately had to cut down because the stump was right here in the middle of our easement road and we had to cut it down. But look at this. There's almost a foot deep of this just rich organic soil. Look at that. Look at all that. And it's got all kinds of humus in it and all kinds of stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cheat. I'm going to take probably, you know, 4 cubic feet of material from here, maybe 5, and incorporate it into my mounds and kind of get a little bit of a head start in the soil building that I'm going to do. Why not? This is all just going to waste sitting here, so I'm going to use it. And the best part about using all of this material is it's never had any pack rats. So there's no pack rat poo in this at all. If I take material from around any juniper tree, it's going to have, you know, mountains of pack rat poo. And I am going to choose not to compost any of the pack rat poo. I don't feel good about it. I've read too many things that say you should not use rat poop or dog poop or human poop for compost, and I'm going to follow that. If you take old wood like this, right, that's already started to decay and has all these millions of little tiny holes and pores in it now from sitting there beginning to decay, if you bury this in the ground under a mound of dirt and plant your vegetables over it, this wood will hold 5 times more moisture in it for 5 times longer than the soil itself, which means that this, buried in the ground with a whole bunch more friends just like it, like that log and all the small pieces I can collect and pile around, will become a gigantic sponge buried in the ground that will release water to my vegetables for me all season long without me having to water. And that, living in a climate like this, sounds awesome. And there are people doing it in drier climates than this. And literally, you build it, you soak it one time, you walk away, and you never water it again. That sounds good to me.